Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode 9 of Short, Fat, and Balding, a podcast by Armchair Quarterbacks for Armchair Quarterbacks. I, as you all know, am Travis, one of 3 hosts who will navigate you through sports debate for the next couple of hours. We also have Nico.
I am a tall midget.
That's fair. And James.
I am a fat, skinny person.
I don't think I'll allow that. Today, we are going to talk MLB Postseason, how October is the best month in sports. I don't know why I said best. And a football wrap-up. All that and so very much more on this week's episode of Short, Fat, and Balding. Okay, gentlemen. It is baseball playoffs. October. Chef's kiss. There's a crisp in the air. There is changing of the leaves if you live in the north.
There's really not a fresh crisp in the air, dude.
Well,
It's been
all right.
the last few days.
Now, question.
Answer.
Okay. Speaking of that, I was watching the local news, and they said Indian summer. Now, that feels very un-PC. Maybe I'm wrong?
I think it's called Native American summer.
Is it? Or maybe it depends. Is it a reference to Native Americans as Indians, or is it a reference to literal Indians? Because India's a hot place, man. All right. Okay. 1 second. That's the beauty of doing this on a computer. Etymology of gay? When did I look that up? What the fuck?
Took a turn.
Oh, God, dude. What? All right. Yes, it is North American Indians. So in the late 18th century, with reference to North American Indians rather than the country of India, first use in connection with the northern U.S. and Canada, the expression may echo the use of Indian in compounds such as Indian corn when it denotes a different American form of something familiar. The early American settlers mistook the sight of sun rays through the hazy autumn air for Native American campfires. Oh, so it's called an Indian summer because fucking settlers were stupid. Got it. Makes sense.
Checks out.
That does check out. I still want to know why I researched the etymology of gay. It had to be a reason.
There had to be
an academic pursuit involved with that. Anyways, before we get too far off the rails on that,
Or just a general curiosity.
No, Travis usually doesn't look things up without actually.
Yeah, I'm confident that it was a debate with Errol over something.
That I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that checks out.
But anyways, so the reason that we got off the rails there is because it's going to be in the almost 90 this week, and we could spit and hit Canada where we are. So that's a big deal in October.
It's going to be 82 tomorrow, and then into 50 by next week.
Right, it's crazy.
Into 50 by next week. And the high for Saturday is 51.
Yeah, I'm going
the high
to
for Monday is 49.
I'm going to Lake Placid this weekend, and
Godspeed.
Well, we're gonna have to pack like we're going to the Key West and the Arctic.
Yeah.
In one trip, because the Friday we go up there, the high is going to be in the high 70s, low 80s, and then the next morning the high is 48. So, yeah, God bless.
Summer in the morning, winter in the evening.
It was odd for me because I was watching. What game was I watching? Oh, I was watching the Milwaukee Brewers. No, that's not what it was. It was the Twins. I was watching the Twins, Minnesota, very north. And there's a lady in the front row, and she's in a tank top and shorts. I'm like, wait, this is October baseball we're watching right now?
Yeah.
Sad, man. Also, props to the Twins. That game's over, and they ended their 18-game postseason loss drought. They had gone 18 games. They haven't won a game in the postseason since they won Game 1 against the Yankees in 2007.
Wait, say that again?
The Minnesota Twins have not won a postseason game since they won Game 1 against the New York Yankees in 2007.
Oh, my God.
Yes, it's the longest postseason win drought in professional sports history. 18 games ended tonight.
Damn.
Imagine that. You got swept 18. You got swept 4 times in a row.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah. So go Twins. Also, they were on the Uni Watch tonight. They wore the creams with the Twin City logo, the Twin City wrap, and then the Jays were wearing the baby blues. Man, it was a Uni Watch game for sure.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah, no, it was great. So yeah, we'll start off there. We're gonna go through the postseason, and kind of give our opinions on what we think is how it's gonna play out. Because what year is it for this playoff layout? Is it year 5?
Sounds right.
I believe so.
I
Yeah.
think that's because they did
No, I think it's year 3.
Is it? Because I know it's a relatively recent switch to do the second wild
Yeah, I
card
think
team.
it's 3.
Or is it a third wild card team? It's third wild card
It's
team,
a
right?
third wild card team. Yeah.
Wildcard team.
Because they used to do like a 1-game playoff.
A play-in game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they switched to 3 wild cards, and then they have 2 mini series before the actual with
Right.
a bye. But anyways, so the very first game to kick things off today was Tampa hosting the Rangers. The sad thing about that is that I understand it's a Tuesday at 3:00, but Tampa couldn't even put 20,000 fans in the stadium, which is why I would like to go back to episode 4 and remind you guys, fuck Tampa, fuck that town. They're shitty sports
Also,
fans.
It's like what,
Real quick, you ready for something that's
19,217?
going to blow
Yeah.
your mind?
Yeah, sure.
MLB playoff changed their bracket in 2022.
Oh, it was just last year?
Last year?
Yeah, it feels like it should be longer ago than that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
definitely
thought it was
does.
at least year 3.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
this
thought
is year 2.
for some reason I thought it was like during COVID. But maybe because COVID was actually 5 years and 1, that's why we're like, no, it was forever ago.
Yeah. In reality,
With the
it was
exception
3.
of the they did it in 2020 and then went back for 2021, then switched it permanently in 2022.
Oh,
See?
okay. So
It
that's
is year 3.
COVID.
It's
So-
year 3.
But anyways, first of
Actually,
all,
it's still be year 2 because 2021 was sudden death.
I am a super fan of what is happening this postseason with all the teams wearing their throwbacks. I don't
love
know.
it.
I don't know who like put their hands in the fucking group and was like, "Hurrah, let's do this!" But sign me up. The Rays wore the Devil Rays jerseys today. They did
Sick.
get beat 4-0.
They had as
Um,
many errors as the Rangers had runs.
Correct. Not a great game.
Wow.
No.
Not a great game.
And these are best of 3, right?
They are best of 3.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
to come out like that, not a good start for the Rays, but who knows? It is the Rangers. They're 500 on the road, so if they lose tomorrow, The Twins and the Jays we just talked about. I actually am pretty confident that the Twins are going to win that series. That they feel like kind of like a team of destiny. They really got hot in the later half of the season and just kind of didn't slow down. Also, I've kind of always had a soft spot for the Twins. I don't know. Maybe it was Joe Mauer. I don't know what it was, but something about them.
Joe Mauer, Justin Morneau.
Yeah, something about the Twins. Just I always had a soft spot for them. Maybe it was the fact that we just beat their ass in the postseasons every year, and it was like, oh, thanks, I don't know.
Maybe.
On the NL side of things, I thought this matchup, the Diamondbacks and Brewers, I thought that was fake. I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
That's the postseason, right? No, it is.
Right,
Did you guys see this? I think you did because I shared it in the group chat. But the statistic that this is the first time in like 40 years that you don't have the Cardinals, the Red Sox, or the Yankees in the postseason.
In 30 years, yeah.
30 years. So basically in our whole lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of those 3 teams.
Yeah, and you look through.
It's kind of boggling. It's kind of mind-boggling to see the Yankees nor the Red Sox not in it. Like, remove the Cardinals completely. Just as an AL East fan, like,
but also
it's wild.
The Yankees and the Red Sox aren't in it, but the entire division is.
Yeah.
The Orioles are the 1 seed.
Yeah, they are. They
Yeah.
fucking killed it this year.
Yeah. And then you got the Rays with 99 wins. And you got the Blue Jays with
I'm not gonna
89
lie.
wins.
The Rays starting off, what was it, 20-0
Yeah.
to finish, not even win the division, kind of feels like a net loss for me.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, but it's the Rays.
I mean,
Also,
yeah, but
I
you
don't even
started
think
off 20-0,
I don't even think
and a
Rays
lot of
fans can name
the
12
rest of the
players.
division started.
I couldn't even name 12
The
players on the Rays probably, but I don't really much care to watch
No,
them.
Wander Franco, but I'm pretty sure he's sitting in a cell somewhere.
Oh wow.
Oh,
And
is it too soon, or
while we're on the AL East,
Yeah.
did y'all see
I
that
thought we
they're
were going a
gonna
completely different direction with that.
no? Well, while we're talking about the AL East, did y'all see that they're retaining Boone for next year?
What?
Yeah, they're doing an interior audit of the whole team and management, upper management, the fucking offices, and the whole 9 yards. They're doing a full audit from top to bottom, but keeping Boone as the manager.
Dude, Hal is soft.
I think that's mostly because Aaron Judge gave him the endorsement. Superstar and team captain Aaron Judge endorsement. Boone played a factor in the Yankees' decision to keep him as a manager.
That's dumb, dude. Be a GM. Anyways,
Hey,
playoff teams.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all right.
I just had to bring that up.
Yeah.
Just
Wait,
because
so
we're all
if they're
Yankees fans here, so.
if they're doing an interior audit, this has got to mean cash is gone, right?
No. I saw an
We
article
don't
that
know.
said not to expect Brian Cashman to lose his
Gotta
job.
go. Oh, that's a mistake. That's a mistake. I think you need to clean house at this point. I mean, you have, what is it, the third highest in
Second.
baseball?
Yeah, it was the second highest.
You finished 2 games above 500.
Yeah. Hey, 31-year streak of not going below 500 though. Congrats on that.
Yeah, woohoo, 82 and 80.
Second highest. So even if that, you still have the second highest payroll in baseball, and congrats on that. You're still not winning a championship this year. They haven't won one in a decade.
Yeah, they haven't won one
Over a
since 09.
decade.
Over a decade, yeah.
You think you got to do something here. There's got to be something done. You got to make a big move, and I understand. You're going to take judges' endorsements into consideration. But at the end of the day, it's Steinbrenner has to put on Wayne Field.
Your audio is in rough shape.
Whether that's getting rid of the manager, whether that's getting rid of Cashman, you got to do something, and you got to cut these contracts. You got Stanton getting overpaid. I mean, the dude played what, 5 games this year, and when he was there, he wasn't even trying. He was jogging. You got to.
Oh, there he went.
Did we lose him?
I think so.
He was sounding pretty bad. James was making a good point though, and that's that. It's been. I think they hired Burt Cashman in '96.
Yeah.
So come on.
27 years ago.
Yeah. What executive do you know that has a longevity like that? None.
Not a single one.
So especially with the standard that the Yankees have, you'd think a decade of not winning a World Series is enough to boot somebody to fucking curb, but I guess not.
We're going on year 15.
What's that one guy on TikTok? He said, this organization died with George Steinbrenner.
Yeah, it's Jake.
Yeah. It did. It's fucking brutal.
Yeah, it really did. The day George died is the day the Yankees died.
Who's in the? Do you know anybody in the Rays rotation? Who are they going to pitch tomorrow?
They've got Glasnow, McClanahan. See, this is what I mean. I can't name you 10 players.
Right. I just didn't know if they had a good. I mean, I could just click on the team.
Yeah, you could do that. That would save a lot of hassle. But if I had to guess, it's probably McClanahan going tomorrow.
Starting pitchers are Aaron Savali, Zach Eflin, Tyler Glasnow.
Eflin. No, it's Eflin.
Oh, Eflin. He's from Orlando? Yeah, hometown hero. Yeah, so they 1, 2, 3. They only have 3 starting pitchers.
Right, that's what I mean. I'm pretty sure Shane McClanahan, he must be on the IR then, but he was one of their pitchers.
I mean, they might be because remember the Yankees did that. They moved to a 3-man rotation in the postseason because you get those breaks.
Oh yeah,
They
that's
might have done
probably.
that. So either Eflin or Savali is going to pitch tomorrow.
I think Eflin.
3.5 K or ERA, 16 and 8. Savali is 3. I would probably start Eflin. If it was me.
I want to know what happened to McClanahan though.
What's his first name?
Shane.
We got James back.
Am I back?
You're back.
Do I sound better?
He's on an elbow injury.
Oh, okay. Tommy John.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you sound way better, James.
Who
Actually, Shane McClanahan. We were trying to figure out who's starting tomorrow for the Rays. Because I'm trying to figure out who's. I mean, if they can't win that game, then they're done. You know, so.
Yeah.
Like, I guess if I had to pick, I would probably start Eflin. He's got the lower ERA.
Is that a
would make sense to me.
5.4 though?
5.4 in the last 7 days.
Yeah. He's 1-0 with a 5.4. So his last
Which
start.
is
Regular
but you
season.
allow 2 runs and only pitch 3 innings. You're gonna have a 6 ERA. So
Right. So I mean, I'm just kind of shooting the shit, just trying to figure out. I mean, I would say in a 3-game series, like you have to predict the Rangers are going to win that series. I don't think Tampa wins tomorrow and then goes.
Who pitched today for them?
Glasnow.
No, for the Rangers.
Oh, for the Rangers.
Was it Evaldi? Because if he hasn't pitched that yet, then he's going to shut him down.
It was not. Yeah, Montgomery pitched today.
Oh, it was Gumby.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got to imagine that Evaldi's going tomorrow.
Yeah. So then that's the series. So, all right. So the Rangers win that series.
Yep.
So that pits them against Baltimore in the next round. The Twins. I mean, I want the Twins to win. They probably do win.
Who went in that game for them? Pablo Lopez and Kevin Gausman. So I'm going to say it's probably Barrios and Sonny Gray tomorrow.
Sonny Gray.
I just think the reason why I think the Twins are going to win that series is because obviously it's a 3-game set, and they're going to be like absolutely just flying high off of the first playoff win. You know,
in 16 years.
Yeah, 16 years. Yeah, whatever. So, you know, I would go nuts. I would ride that to another victory.
Yeah, good for Minnesota.
Yeah, good for Minnesota. They need something because the Vikings aren't it. The Phillies, if they don't beat the Marlins,
although
that's
Kirk Cousins is playing like an MVP.
Didn't play great against Carolina. 121 yards,
didn't.
2 touchdowns, 2 picks.
121 yards, and I'm pretty sure he gave up 175 yards of interception yards.
Yeah, not great.
Yeah, fair.
But the Phillies are going to win that series. If they don't, that's a disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
And
then, it almost seems criminal that the Marlins are in the playoffs and the Yankees and Red Sox aren't.
Right. Because, like, it's the same thing with the Rays. Like, no one cares about those teams. Florida doesn't give a fuck about baseball. And you got those 2 franchises in there with pitiful stadiums that aren't exciting to be in.
Miami used to be when they had that giant dolphin in the outfield.
They had a dolphin in the outfield?
It was like a mech thing every time someone, like, it just kind of sat there and spun around.
Was it a dolphin or was it a marlin?
Oh, yep. You're right.
That's like a dolphin. What the fuck are a dolphin for? Is it an odd? Is it like an homage to the fucking Dolphins?
To be fair, the last time I saw that thing was
not starting
Giancarlo's MVP season.
Tua's not starting for the Marlins? No, James, he's not. Who had an MVP
Concussion
season?
protocol or
I was saying the last time I saw that thing was
Stanton?
Stanton's MVP season
Oh, yeah.
when he beat out Aaron Judge for the home run title.
Yeah, right before the Yankees fucking signed him, and then he went to shit.
Yeah, and then he forgot how to play baseball.
Only remembered how to get hurt.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is not a Yankees discussion. Okay, they did not make it, so they're not going to be discussed further. Oh, this might have the projected starters. We're fucking stupid. Yeah,
It definitely does.
Eflin versus Eovaldi. Or Eovaldi.
Yeah.
I don't know what Eovaldi.
Yep.
You're right. Barrios and Gray. Wow, good for you.
Yeah, look at me knowing things.
Yeah. So.
And I'm pretty sure. Did I say Jose or did I say Braxton? Because
I
he's a
don't
receiver
know.
for the Dolphins.
I don't know, but I can't wait to find out. Braxton.
Braxton Berrios is a receiver for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
He's not a pitcher.
We should play a fun game where I'll pull up two people with the same last name and one of their first names is Jose and we can just play Are You Jose?
Oh my god.
No.
No, we're not playing that game. And then
Is that live?
I forgot Evan Longoria still plays baseball.
Yeah, he's with the Diamondbacks.
Yeah. But like I kind of want the Brewers to
wow.
win that series. Just cuz like they have fun jerseys and like you never hear about. The last time the Brewers were relevant was when Bernie Mac came out with Mr. 3000.
Yeah,
That just
That's
goes to
fair.
show, you know.
right.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I really just want to see the Rangers win it all.
Really? Why?
Yeah, they go
For
from
what?
below 500 to World Series champs in a year. I think that'd be a hell of a run. Unfortunately, I think this is the Orioles' year.
The Dodgers make it and lose again
Unfortunately,
because that's all they're good for.
they're the Bills of baseball.
It's like every year you like lock them in as like a World Series
Drop 'em.
favorite, but then like you're like, oh, I can't pick them to win because they're not gonna. So it's like whoever makes it from the AL, if they're playing the Dodgers, it's a free dub.
I think the Dodgers
No.
owe Trevor Bauer an apology, but
We're not
The
gonna.
entire MLB.
We're not gonna
owes
get into
Trevor
that.
Bauer an apology.
We're not gonna get
But
into
it's
that.
gonna
Right
be it's gonna be the Braves. It's gonna be the Braves, and it's gonna.
You think the
that's
Braves are
just
winning the
how-
whole thing?
No, I think it. Yeah, actually, I did. I said that their second episode.
Oh. Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, by the way, I didn't end up winning that Cincinnati Reds bet. I don't know if you guys could tell, but they're not in the postseason.
you know, I'm starting to think we overvalued Dela Cruz way too hard. Because he came up hot, but he cooled right off right when it mattered most.
Probably.
But I think this is the O's year. I think the Orioles take it this year.
They're gonna win it, and then they're gonna be irrelevant for another 53 years.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't even be mad.
No.
Good for them.
Yeah, good. Honestly, Camden Yards is like one of
You
the
know
best
what I'm saying?
stadiums you can go to. It's a beautiful park. Like
Mhm.
I'm happy for
Absolutely gorgeous.
that. I'm happy for
Yeah. I wouldn't mind watching some October baseball. I'm obviously not watching till the ALCS because I'm still a little salty, but
I'm not gonna watch unless Houston gets fucking knocked out.
oh, if Houston gets knocked out, I'm just gonna watch replays of that all week.
Honestly, if the ALCS is a series between
Here.
the Twins and the fucking Orioles, I don't know who I'm gonna root for.
That'd be a toss-up.
That's a battle of the best cream jerseys in baseball.
Yeah.
Fucking cream on me.
I'd like to see.
What did you just
the
say?
Orioles take
I'm
one.
not. I'm
And
not
the-
glossing over that. What did you just say?
I said cream on me. I know what I said. I said it in an effort to get
Jesus.
James to stop talking to see if he noticed.
I noticed.
Oh, I noticed. I was just gonna skip over it because I was like, no, I'm not gonna make any comments there.
It's fine. We all know what I meant.
Also, what is up with the ads
Yeah, the sponsors under
on the
each individual
bracket.
series, like it's a fucking goddamn bowl.
And the variety,
Sports
too.
are just
Hand-cooked tires, Booking.com, Loan Depot, and
And
Capital One.
baby.
Capital One's a big baseball sponsor, though. They always have been.
They sponsor everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fair.
They sponsor every. I'm pretty sure they sponsor every college
Yeah.
championship too.
At least to some degree.
So,
yeah.
Trev, what do you think is your ALCS matchup? Give me that.
I would
now
love
that
it
we're
to be
staring at the bracket.
I would love it to be the Twins and the Orioles, but it's going to be the Orioles and the Astros.
And then NLCS.
NLCS. Well, if the Phillies get out, I'm going to go Phillies Dodgers.
And your champ, Orioles. Nico, I know you already said Braves. Who are the Braves playing in the NLCS?
Braves, Orioles.
You said
They're
NLCS.
playing. Sorry. I was just talking finals. They're gonna play the Dodgers.
Dodgers. And then who you got in your ALCS?
I'm gonna give this one to Travis and say Orioles, Twins.
Yeah, go Twins.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm thinking Orioles Twins. But where I'm going to differ is I'm thinking Brewers Phillies.
Brewers?
Brewers
These
Phillies.
Brewers?
I think those Brewers.
Okay. All right, so you're saying I think
Brewers Phillies. Brewers Phillies, Orioles over Phillies.
wow.
I think the Phillies, honestly, I think it's in the air in Philadelphia. You got the Eagles looking good.
Yeah.
I think the Phillies push past the Braves.
And Bryce Harper,
And then-
like, as much as like he turns it on in the postseason, man.
He does.
Like he's what I wish Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton were in terms of like October baseball. I wish that they just reach a different level.
I wish any Yankee was.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they got rid of the only Yankee that performed last postseason. But we're not talking about them.
No,
'cause
we're not. All right, so you got the Phillies winning it all? Is that what you said?
Orioles over Phillies.
Oh, Orioles over Phillies. So 2 Orioles and a Braves.
Mm-hmm.
Who's got home field advantage? Who won the All-Star game?
Now I believe.
That's such a stupid fucking rule, by the way.
I forgot that matters for anything.
It's so stupid. Like, did you imagine, like, you're a 111 win team and you go up against a 88 win team and you fucking are on the road just because of a fucking All-Star game? Nah, dude, that's so stupid. That's so stupid. They don't have to. I don't understand why they did that. They don't have to make the All-Star game like relevant like that. It's the only thing happening in the summer. That's it. That's it. I don't know why they
Yeah.
had to make it worth anything. Like people would just watch the All-Star game because it's the All-Star game. It's like the only All-Star game people give a shit about. Maybe the NBA
Honestly, I
All-Star
prefer
game.
the softball game.
Oh,
or
I thought you
softball.
were gonna say honestly I prefer the Pro Bowl, and I was like,
Celebrity
you're
softball.
lying.
No. I prefer the celebrity softball game over the All-Star game.
I wish that Kevin James was like a yearly participant. Because
I wish Kevin James did more things.
Yeah, because the year that they had it at Citi Field and he was like the captain was like the best year of celebrity softball ever.
Ugh. National treasure.
It's true.
All right, so I mean, really, we all think the Orioles are going to push through, and then I got Phillies. Nico had Braves. Who'd you have, Trev? Dodgers.
The Dodgers. Yeah, we have 3 different NL teams. But I'm gonna
How
chalk
many
that
of
up
us
to the
watch
fact
NL
that I was gonna
baseball
say I'm gonna
consistently?
chalk up to the fact that we don't watch National League Baseball. Which I don't know why I don't. They got rid of the whole like designated hitter thing, so
I like making pitchers bat.
I don't because
I
then
think
it's
it's a
even
fun
worse
thing.
for people like could you imagine being in the NL and you're home to the fucking Angels and you gotta see what Shohei Ohtani can do. And you're looking at your pitcher like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
Someone called Big Sexy. I'm sure he's still pitching somewhere.
Who?
Big Sexy.
Who's that?
Bartolo Colon.
No, he's not. He's retired. He signed like a 1-day
He's
contract.
pitching
I think
in
with,
Japan or some shit.
I can't think of with who, but he signed a 1-day contract with maybe the Mets. to retire a Met. I don't know. But yeah, so well, I'll take notes. Let me go to the note taker, just so we know right and who's wrong.
Just in case anybody's curious, I'm wrong.
What did you say, James? You said Orioles versus the Phillies.
Phillies, Orioles in 6.
And then who do you have the Braves playing, Nico?
The Orioles.
Oh, okay.
Orioles.
Braves and how many?
Braves in 6.
Okay, it is now written down for the record. Given that the MLB postseason is apparently the only sport capable of condensing their postseason to 1 month, I would like to talk about the month of October and how it is my, in more ways than one, it is my favorite time of year.
Absolutely.
It is hot apple cider time. It is Burrville cider mill donut time. It is fat guy weather. I get to bust out the flannels. And
you haven't even mentioned the most important part of October.
hockey's back.
Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Halloween, baby.
Yeah, no.
Scary movies on the TV.
That's the what's the word? The climax.
I was just thinking the other day I want to go watch the Nightmare Before
Oh,
Christmas.
James, I was actually going to ask you. People are going to hear this. I don't really care. I have a Regal Unlimited pass. Do you want to go see the new Exorcist? You're like the only person I know that would go see it.
I would go see it.
Say less.
All right.
Say fucking less.
Let's plan a little fucking pod date. We'll go see the movie.
Sick. It comes out Friday.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. We have a group chat. Anyways, so we got spooky movies. We've got honestly not so spooky movies, but like classics like Nightmare Before Christmas, Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town.
I was just thinking yesterday I want to go watch that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's
Halloween.
So good. Yeah. Well, I said non-scary, but Michael Myers. I mean, you and I have like a religious affection for Michael Myers. But
yeah, in like a non-serial killer kind of way.
In fact,
yeah.
I might transition into this section using that music. But on top of that, it's also the greatest sport month. You have NFL football in full swing, college football in full swing. You have what I consider to be the second greatest postseason in sports. Nothing beats the NHL, but goddamn baseball tries. And you have hockey kicking off. You have the NBA doing whatever the NBA does. I don't know why they have. It's weird why they start so late, but
their summer league.
No, they're like full on. They start at the end. They start at the end of October, I think.
Oh.
What do they call that?
What?
Tip off?
Yeah, NBA tip off.
NBA
their opening night.
Yeah, the preseason starts October 9th, and then the regular season starts October 25th. So they're at the end of the month. There's like a 2-week gap between the NHL kickoff and the NBA kickoff, which is fine because hockey's better anyway, so it should start first.
Hockey's much better.
Outside of that, I mean, there's just haunted houses, you know? Like you could legitimately
trust me, I know.
You could legitimately have a weekend in October where you go like apple picking or something in the morning. Then get yourself some hot apple cider, or for you fucking weirdos, pumpkin spice. Apple cider is greater than pumpkin spice. I'm going to say that. I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to put it in stone.
Agree.
Apple is a superior fall flavor, and you cannot convince me otherwise. But so you get that. You get your apple picking, get your apple cider. Then you swing by on the way home. You tail off. You hit a little haunted house, maybe a little haunted hayride, maybe a corn maze. This also could be just a northern thing. I don't know how many people have corn mazes, but
I mean, James and I did the haunted trail. It was like a haunted 2-mile walk a few years back.
Fuck yeah, dude! Sign me up. You
It was
do that.
great.
You could do that, and then like
fun.
after you're doing that at sundown, right? And then after the sun goes down, you go home, cuddle up with your girl or fucking your dog, and you watch a fucking scary movie. And it is perfect. It's a perfect day.
Yeah.
And it ain't even got to be a scary movie. I mean, last night we watched Hocus Pocus 2, and that got me. I was, oof.
You ready?
Got me feeling good.
Dude, Halloween,
Huh?
October is the month where I
Oh, I
wish
was ready.
October is the month where I wish I had love sacks. You guys know what those are?
No.
I think I have one.
Well, you probably have the beanbag chair.
Something completely different, but carry on.
Okay. So Lovesack is a brand. They started out as like these gigantic beanbag chairs. I'm sure you guys saw the pictures. Like the girl, like she's like basically completely missing in it, just like reading a book. Looks comfy as shit. But then they started making what's called modular furniture. And the reason why I say that
Oh,
is
yes, I've seen this.
it's because I would love to like have like my sectional transition into like a bed to like cozy up and watch a movie, and it's like 40 degrees outside in October, and you're like, ooh,
Mm-hmm.
Dog curled up at your feet.
yeah.
Just
Well, one of my dogs,
warm apple cider.
Molly's incapable
You're
of
just
that.
sitting there. Whew.
Molly likes to crawl up onto your
I'm
chest
telling.
and slam her head against your mouth. She's a weird
Love's
dog.
love, no matter how you do
Listen,
it. You know what I'm saying?
we're convinced our dog is on the spectrum.
Is that even a
Oh, good
thing?
Lord.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
Oh, absolutely.
Because
no.
like she
no,
does
like doggy Down syndrome is a real thing.
she does that. Like she'll crawl up and she wants to like feel your breath, but then if you blow too hard, she gets mad. So like it's like over sensory. Like I see Chelsea do it all the time. She'll come up and she'll like put her head up on her mouth, and then she'll like pick her head up, and Chelsea will be like, like blow in her ear, and then she's she starts to flare her teeth. I'm like, you're a mess. You are a fucking mess of a dog.
Good Lord.
And I thought Aussies were supposed to be smart.
They are.
Yeah, well, not this one.
Isn't she a mini?
Okay. What? So minis are
No,
dark.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, she's a mini Aussie.
But anyways, back to fall. I think October in general. Remember what I said a couple weeks ago about that was the App State baseball field?
Yeah,
During this time of year,
Mm-hmm.
any field.
the crack of a bat. Dude.
Lather me. And I don't even, you know what? It doesn't even have to
Lather-
be pumpkin
lather
puree
me in
anymore. You know
leaves.
what? No, I'm telling you right now, get some apple pie filling with some caramel, lather me in it, let me roll around the leaves. I don't even give a shit. It is the best time of the year. Unfortunately, it transitioned to the worst time of year for me next month, but
Why?
October, the place to be.
What's wrong with November?
Why doesn't it? No, there's a couple reasons.
I'll let you mull that one over.
Is it like an anniversary?
Yes.
Okay, that's all.
Two of them, actually.
Okay.
Speaking
yeah.
of anniversaries,
Anyway.
James's was 2 days ago.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
It was 2 days ago, yes.
Happy-
Yeah,
Did you remember?
We found out also it was on National Black Dog Day.
Wow. Perfecto.
Yeah.
Perfecto.
Yeah.
Chelsea and I are going to
It
Lake
really
Placid for
was.
ours for our anniversary. It's
When
weird
was
that
your
We
anniversary?
went to dinner
The
in the
9th?
Bay.
it's literally
Oh, yeah, it was the week after.
yeah, it's
his,
literally the exact week after his, except for his was on a Saturday, mine's on a Sunday.
Yeah.
But it makes sense
Yeah,
that James
one
and I
year
would have
married.
fall weddings.
It honestly does not surprise me.
No, not at all.
0% chance. It was meant to happen.
It's true.
What did surprise me, it was the same year, 1 week apart.
That was uncanny. I was like, wait, what? I remember Nico telling me because I was like, hey, I'm not going to be here. And he's like, I don't care. I'm going to be gone the next week. And I was like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, it's James's wedding. I was like, no shot. There's no way that's true. He's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
October, man. It's
And,
prime time for
you know-
weddings up here.
It really is.
It is. And you know what the worst part is? Is I hate Boston, but I would give anything to be in New England right now.
Why do you hate Boston?
I just...
Like you can hit.
between
Listen,
the Patriots.
no. See, okay, this
the
is
Red
what I.
Sox.
This is why I had to differentiate during my whole my fucking monologue. Okay, I don't hate the literal city of Tampa Bay. Gasparilla is a really good time. Tampa's got some cool shit. Ybor City, fun place to get fucked up and lose all your money.
Also
but-
a good place to lose all your packages.
Yeah.
That USPS is a joke.
It's bad.
Anyways, carry on.
But the fans are shit. Like the people who enjoy sports in Tampa are all
Yeah.
shit. So Boston is absolutely like it's my number one city in the United States. I fucking love that city. However, put me next to a Red Sox fan and try to have a medial debate about baseball and baseball history, I can't do it.
Yeah, maybe that's just where my contempt lies. But man,
Well, yeah, you drive through the
New
fucking
England in the fall.
you drive through Boston and you see
New
fucking
England in the fall just
YankeeSuck.com and
hits
shit.
different.
Right.
You should
Yeah,
you should have gone to Vermont to the Alex Bay.
we for our honeymoon or
Yeah.
for
It's your anniversary.
vacation or anniversary, whatever the fuck it's
You'll
called.
get there. It's one of those things.
One of the things.
Yeah, it's one of them. It's one of the three. No, we were just kind of. It was hard because I had football Sunday morning, so
Yo, did you
got out of
guys
football, went and showered, and
see the graphic on a Barstool about the
went on
Yankees?
our way.
No.
I'm just now getting it.
I
I
did
got
not.
an alert on X, I guess is what it's called. So what is it? Is it the Short Porch? Is that the podcast that Barstool does for the Yankees?
Yes,
They tweeted out that
I believe so.
the San Francisco Giants don't accept mediocrity and fired their manager. The New York Yankees embrace mediocrity and will retain their manager.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Yeah. That's fucking brutal, man. Anyways, so October's great. Love it. Kisses. Get married in October if you have a relationship that's worth marrying over.
Nico, you'll get there, buddy.
That was uncalled for.
That was rude.
It was encouragement.
It was rude.
Uncalled for.
It was rude. You know, we're gonna take a break
I
because
apologize.
Nico and I are gonna beat James' ass. So we'll be right back. So it is now just me and Nico. James has been sufficiently quelled for his disrespect. Just kidding. James is still here.
I wish it was.
Yeah, I'm still here. I ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
Like
so
cookies.
football overview. Not really much happened in college football as far as like shockers. I mean, Duke took
Right.
took Notre Dame to the wire, but that's really about it.
Yeah. Nothing really.
Well,
I mean, I
Syracuse got
couldn't
their ass
really-
kicked
Yeah.
like we thought they would.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I couldn't really watch much this weekend, but
Oh yeah, Oregon State piss pounded the shit out of Utah. That was kind of like a big deal. Georgia barely got by Auburn and stayed number 1 in the country. Seems fair.
did they play UAB this week or was that last
No,
week?
they played Auburn.
And last week was UAB.
Yeah,
Won
UAB
by 3
played UCF this week.
or 7.
What's that?
Yeah, I just.
We get it. We get it.
You know, I've yelled about it. What, 4 times now on this damn podcast?
Yep.
I don't know. This is the week they lose, though. They lose to Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky looks good, man. They made Florida look weak. They made Florida
This
look...
is it. This is the
Dude,
week.
Fresno State, I ended up watching them. I
They
couldn't
get-
really sleep. They're fun to watch. You ever stay up
Fresno
late, you
State?
should peep them.
Are they?
Yeah, they're fun to watch. But anyways, you were saying this is the week that Georgia gets their ass beat?
I don't think they get their ass beat. I think it's a close one. They lose and drop to number 4. Because the SEC bias is real.
It was a pretty good matchup for you guys.
And we'll hear
Maryland's
about how...
undefeated.
Yeah,
No,
we'll see what
I didn't
happens.
sign up.
20-point
coming
favorites.
off a week off.
Off a bye.
Yeah, that don't really mean much. Yeah. The Red River rivalry this week. That should
Say
should
that
be an
5 times
intriguing
fast.
game. All-State Red River rivalry. All-State Red River. Yep. 3 versus the 12 seed. I think that'll be an interesting matchup. Got Nico Syracuse at North Carolina.
At number
Yay.
14.
I told you they
There's
had a gauntlet.
quite a few
Honestly,
top 25 matchups this week.
Vegas is showing Syracuse respect because they're only giving North Carolina 8. So I respect that. Because, fuck me, I did it again.
Did what again? I'm not
Did
watching.
what?
I forgot to mute the tab that Facebook was in, so I got the alert when somebody messaged me. So in the middle of the podcast, it's gonna go boo-doo. But anyways,
We'll allow it.
I was saying that like just the fact that they're only getting 8, whereas like for perspective, I mean, granted, North Carolina is not number 4 in the country, but Maryland is 5-0, 2-0 in the Big Ten, and they're 20-point dogs. So that shows something.
Yeah.
This threw me off. The fact that Tua's brother plays for Maryland.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it threw me off
yeah.
the first time because I just saw T Tagovailoa, and I was like, well, that's wrong. I was like, he plays for an M, but not Maryland.
I wonder if his brother has that many concussions.
No, I think so.
It's like not letting me sign up for this app, by the way.
There's no tracker for concussions, unfortunately.
That should be a stat.
Yeah. Man, Maryland's, I don't know who, Towson. They've won all their games pretty handily. Even had a single game within 2 scores.
Oh, wow.
Till this week when they win by 1.
By the way, why is the state of Maryland so fucking proud of that hideous flag? They put that flag on fucking everything, and it is gross.
It is gross.
It's even on the Ravens jerseys.
I know. It's fucking dog shit. It's even in their logo. Like, I remember when Maryland like dropped their, oh, check out these new Maryland helmets, and it was the fucking flag, and I was like, those are awful. Why are they doing that?
I don't know.
Anyways, enough
Anyway.
shitting on. Should be a good game. I don't know what's.
Yeah, save it for Georgia.
Oh, never mind. I know what the. It looks like that's the big noon kickoff, James. Sorry, but that's the noon game on Fox. So yeah, that's the big noon kickoff Saturday. Michigan's playing under the lights in Minnesota.
Working.
Oh, you gotta work on weekends? That sucks.
On Saturdays, yeah.
That sucks big time. Moving on. The NFL. Just going over it. Currently, I am 30-18. James is 21-27, and Nico's a solid 500 at 24-24. If we were at Caesars, I'd be having a much better weekend than you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I won the weekend, didn't I?
No, you both tied.
Yeah, we tied.
Nico lost big this weekend.
8-8.
Nico sucks. Let's make some picks.
Anyway, just a quick. We gotta go over the week. Jared Goff's legit. I love him.
Yep.
I love the Lions. I love Dan Campbell. The Eagles, I don't know why they can't play the Commanders.
Nearly blew it.
They can't play the Commanders, dude. They can't do it. Last year, they're fucking. Last year, Jalen Hurts. In fact, Jalen Hurts' only loss is to the Commanders. He's 21-1 since he became the starter for Philly. In the regular season, obviously, they lost the Super Bowl.
Damn.
But, the Jags finally fucking look like the Jags I thought they were. I don't know where that's been, but Josh Allen got to collect his dividends check from the Dolphins, per usual. Stephon Diggs with 3 touchdowns. God bless whoever had him in their fantasy team. Also, side note credit.
Can we just talk about how the... Go on.
No, you go.
The Dolphins apparently pissed off Josh Allen. I think that's probably the reason why they got blown the fuck out. They wore T-shirts with that thinking emoji as they were coming off the jet because they were confused on why they were the underdog after putting up 70.
Oh.
Quickly found out why they were the underdog.
Yeah, in Buffalo, they're...
And Josh Allen, who normally doesn't react or buy into those things, even mocked it on a touchdown. Nice. So he
just kept the receipts.
He was pissed off about that.
He pulled a Deion Sanders.
Yeah, he was like, "Here's the receipts."
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, y'all want to act like that? All right."
Yeah,
also,
he had those Walgreens receipts too. Those ones are 3 miles long.
Stephon Diggs for celebration of the year. Did you guys see it?
Stephon Diggs or Davis? That one.
No, I mean Stephon Diggs. Celebration, touchdown celebration of the year. He literally did he did the Stone Cold. He went to the crowd, grabbed 2 beers and smashed them together.
Yeah.
It's iconic. What are you opening?
Very iconic. My Zen. Sorry.
Oh. No, you're good. While I see the article right in front of me, Nico, I want to give credit to where Giants fans actually came through for the country. Them booing the NFL for doing an ad for Taylor Swift's Eras Tour is pretty great.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Pretty great. We have the... Oh, who's pooping their pants? Is that you, James?
That was a burp, sorry. I had tacos with jalapenos for dinner.
The toilet bowl.
That's
Broncos
gonna be fun tomorrow.
Broncos won that, even despite the fact that Justin Fields had a hell of a game.
No, he had a hell of a first half.
Yeah, that's true.
Immediately shit his pants in the second half.
James, what the fuck is happening in your division?
Leaves me. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, go back to what you're going to say about the Broncos and Bears. I don't want to disappoint you.
So, my question is, are the Broncos turning it around, or are the Bears just that bad, or is it a mixture of both?
Yes. The Broncos are definitely not turning it around. The Bears just do what the Bears do.
I saw it was, what was it at half? It was 21-7 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, the Broncos are down bad. This is not good. And then I don't know what happened, but I seen the Broncos won, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
If any team in the league were to blow a big lead like that, it was going to be the Broncos or Bears. Or any team that Matt Ryan comes out of retirement to play on. But... So, let's talk AFC North then.
It's just weird, man, because
Ravens,
the Browns
dismantled the Browns.
Yeah, and the Browns, I don't. They just came off a big victory. They look so good one week, and the next week they're just poopy poop.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't.
The only one in the division that actually has it together seems to be the Ravens, but the Ravens lost to the Colts. So
right, that's what the fuck I'm saying, bro. It is a Jekyll and Hyde division. It's so weird. The Bengals, I don't have to say anything.
Trash.
27-3 is not a great day
Trash.
for you. Um, I mean, Derrick Henry threw a touchdown.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, no, and the worst part is, as I was watching that game, the commentators literally go, "You got to watch for Derrick Henry throwing that pass," and I'm sitting there and I'm like, "It's gonna fucking happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. He's gonna throw that stupid fucking jump pass. He's done time and time again, and we still
Didn't defend
let
it.
a man
20.
run
I mean,
wide
it
open."
was
across
really a tale of a bad
the
quarter,
end zone.
though. I mean, the second quarter was your nemesis. Other than outside of that, it's 6-3.
Well, yeah, that's because the third quarter they came out and took almost 11 minutes off the clock
Oh,
on their first drive.
what did Henry become a bell
And
cow?
it
I
was
see he had
aided
22
by
carries.
it. They had them at third and 19 or something like that. I don't remember what the call was. It was a horrible call. Even the commentators were like, huh? Like that wasn't it. And it gave him a first down, and I knew right then and there they had him 3 and out, penalty, done. And then they shoot themselves in the foot. And honestly, I'm trying to figure out if it's the offensive line's trash, if it's Joe Burrow's trash. I don't know.
Joe
The problem
Burrow
is
is
they're
not
throwing
trash.
a statue out there. They're throwing
Zach
a
Wilson.
statue out there
Zach Wilson has
who
more
can't
touchdowns
move.
than.
Right, but also, like, it's like James is saying, Joe Burrow, while he's not a mobile quarterback, one of the things that makes him elite is his ability to evade, and he can't do that. He lost his explosiveness, which makes
No,
him
and
mediocre.
I watched the footwork. He's not driving off the back leg on his throws either.
Because that's his hurt calf.
Because, yeah, that's his hurt calf. So he's not even driving off that back leg. So, honestly, I think the Bengals are doomed for a bad season this year because until they rest him, that calf isn't going to get better. And it's going to be a long, long season if they don't get it squared away. Luckily, they have AJ McCarron, who he was Dalton's backup. He almost led us to a playoff win, actually, until Vontaze Burfict gave Antonio Brown a very severe case of CTE.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's ruined his life.
Yeah. He went from potential Hall of Famer to showing his wiener in a hotel hot tub, but there's I'm hoping after we've got the Cardinals this week, which probably fucking lose to. I'm hoping that's the push it takes to get McCarron in there and bring Joe back when he's 100% and let him use the rest of the season to get on the same page and show what they can do. I mean, you look after the Cardinals and we got the 49ers and Bills. It's like there's no slowdown unless all of a sudden Joe's calf is going to heal 100%. We're going to be out of the playoffs by the bye.
Yeah, well, that's one thing. I was on X, and there was like I don't know if he's like a Bengals beat reporter or what he is, but he was basically like, Bengals fans need to chill out, like it's not that big of a deal. And then he like referenced the Chiefs being 2-2 the year they won the Super Bowl, and I guess weren't the Bengals also 2-2 the year they went to the Super Bowl after Week 4? And he's like,
Last year they were 1-3 at one point last year,
right,
and then
but
hit 4-4. They rattled off like 10 straight wins or something like
he
that. It was
completely
psychotic.
he completely glossed over the fact that though Joe Burrow wasn't hurt at that point in time.
Yeah, and the calf injury, he's been full practice.
Right.
You're not helping yourself. Honestly, I think if they sat him the first 4 weeks, we could still be
3-1 or
could
1-3.
be 2-2. We'd
Right.
still be minimum 1-3. We could be 2-2. We could
Right,
be
but worst comes to worst,
3-1.
Worst comes to worst, you sit him for the first 4 weeks. He's healthy, and you're exactly where you are right now, but in a better position.
Exactly. And the thing is You put a quarterback who's not the greatest, but can complete passes and drive off his back leg and still have that deep threat. You have 3 more than capable wide receivers. You got T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd is literally sticky hands on third down. He'll catch whatever you throw his way. Jamar's Jamar, and T. Higgins can jump up with the best of them. You don't need Joe Burrow those first 4 weeks. You can put in somebody else, and still you could come out of that 3-1. You could come out of that 2-2, but you're still in a better position because now you have a healthy Joe Burrow. Yes, it's going to take him a week to bounce back, but guess what? You're playing the Cardinals. Okay, you can bounce back against them. So you have Joe Burrow getting his first live snaps against the Cardinals. You're still in a good position to win that game, even if he's having an off day, if he can drive off that back leg. But the problem is he can't. And the offensive line needs to work. I don't know. Orlando Brown Jr. had really good PFF scores the first 3 weeks. This last week, he was a fucking turnstile. And I get the weeks before there was trouble because the Bengals were really set up to fail, honestly, with Joe Burrow being hurt. If you look at the defenses they played the first 4 weeks, right? You have 4 really big names on defense. You got Myles Garrett, who's pretty close to unblockable.
Yep.
You have Aaron Donald, who's an absolute animal, who's better than Myles Garrett, in my opinion. And then you got Big Jeffrey Simmons on the Titans. If your quarterback can't move, it's going to be a long day. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. The Ravens' defense is good, but theirs is more like their secondary. But even then, they still got to Joe Burrow. But if Joe's healthy, he can evade that, and he's shown throughout his career he can evade that. He's not Patty Mahomes. He's not Danny Dimes. He's not Tua Tagovailoa. He's not Justin Fields. He's not going to rush for 80 yards, but he can get out of the pocket and extend plays. When he's hurt, he can't do that, and that's what's hurting them. Is
that not what
they're
we
going to
said?
resort to short passes, and if you have to, when you're doing short passes, you still have that 5 yards where the DBs can put your hands all over somebody. You're not going to have the same looks, the same opportunities. You can't block Jamar for 5 seconds. You can block him for 2, and that's where they're at. So it's been a frustrating back and forth being a Bengals fan of, is it the O-line? Is it Burrow? Is it what? And I think the honest answer, it's a mixture of both. If Burrow can move, that offensive line could look real good. But
Right.
Burrow can't move. You're trotting a statue out there.
Right.
So until they figure Burrow out, they're not winning many games.
No.
And honestly, I'm terrified of playing the 49ers because
Because of
if
fucking
Burrow can't
Nick
move,
Bosa and fucking
Eric Armstead.
yeah,
they're gonna feast all over him. And the problem is the defense is played really, really good. But when they're on the field for 10 minutes and then the offense goes 3 and out and punts it, you're going to get worn down, So they're getting worn down, and there's nothing you can do until you can
right.
drive, extend, have an actual long drive. But I don't know. That's my rant.
It's definitely
It's been a frustrating year.
It's fair. It's definitely an issue, and I'm sure hindsight being 2020. What's your coach's name? Zach what?
Zach Taylor.
Zach Taylor.
Yeah, I'm sure. Hindsight being 2020, Zach Taylor probably sits Joe for these first 4 weeks, and takes what he can get. But moving on.
Yeah.
Matt Stafford proved once again that he is the toughest motherfucker in the NFL.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude can take a beating.
Dude,
yeah.
Because
He
His
played the last
O-line hung him out to
20
dry
minutes.
against Cincy, and he just kept getting back up.
He played the last 20 minutes with like a high ankle sprain.
Yeah. Was it that?
It was definitely his ankle.
I thought that it's a hip injury?
Oh.
Yeah, Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford dealing with hip injury. I just saw a TikTok
Contusion.
today. I knew it wasn't like last week's game, but of that game-winning drive that he did on a broken fucking foot. Like, excuse me?
No, that was this last week's game.
He doesn't have a broken foot right now.
That's what they were saying, but
Oh,
it was this last week's game. I saw it earlier because
okay.
I distinctly remember the Puka Nakua touchdown.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I was like, oh shit, he's a tough dude. Because I remember him limping around for this. But yeah, also credit to Puka Nakua, man. Good for him. Touchdown. First touchdown's going to come as a victory touchdown, walk-off touchdown. Good for him.
Walk off, dude.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Also, the Colts are surprisingly good.
Good.
They weren't
Right.
the first
Yeah.
half.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Right.
It's weird that they're 0-2 at home, but like I don't know. But well,
2-2 on the road.
it's just nobody expected
Or
anything
2-0
from
on the
them,
road.
and they're 2-2, and they've beaten some good teams.
Yeah.
You know, one of those wins is the fucking Ravens.
Right.
It's just weird. It's like the Buccaneers, man. Everybody thought they would just like dissipate into nothingness without Tom Brady, and then Baker Mayfield's had a resurgence.
Mm-hmm. Whatever the fuck that was supposed to be.
What do you mean?
Like Baker, after they kicked him out of Cleveland, like he struggled to find a place to even start, and now the fucking Buccaneers have him, and he's like going out there and
Baker
just lighting
is
up
a
the
good
stat sheet.
quarterback. Baker is a good quarterback. I've said that since he was on the Browns. I've said that since he came into the league. He is a really good quarterback, but he's often overlooked.
He also
because
hasn't
he
had
was with
stability.
the Browns, I think, honestly.
Like he hasn't had a good
No,
coordinator.
and that's the thing with the Browns. He went through coordinators, he went through coaches.
Yep.
Like there was a lot to it. And even last year when he took over for was it Stafford? Yeah, Stafford with the Rams. When he got hurt, he played good.
Yeah.
You know, so honestly, I think Baker is a really good quarterback. I'd put him in the top 15.
I'm happy for him
Outside of 10, but
because I think obviously if he continues on the trend that he's on, he's earned himself a starting gig.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets to like settle into a place and like there's no pressure in Tampa, you know what I mean? Like they just fucking had the greatest quarterback in the history of football take him to a Super Bowl that they didn't fucking deserve. And so like they can settle down. They're not going to go to the games anyways. They don't fucking care. So like he's in a great spot. He has no fucking pressure.
yeah.
Right.
It's like Didi taking over for Jeets. There's no one's expecting you to be Tom Brady.
Right.
So just go in and do what you can do.
Right. Exactly. And nobody has any expectations because that person just left. So like you can literally go in and have like an above average season. People are like, holy shit, you know, the Buccaneers won 9 games. Good for them. It's not.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Vikings. I don't know how
Kirk had his worst game of the year.
he did, and they still won. It's
and they
like
win.
it's like Kirk has fucking MVP numbers for 3 games, and they can't get a dub, and then he poops his fucking pants, and they beat the fucking Panthers. Like it's just what?
He probably just gave up. He's like, fuck it. If we ain't gonna win, I'm gonna throw 6 picks, and they're just like, you know what? Go ahead, buddy. We got
Right.
you.
And if it wasn't for that 51-yard fumble return, they only win by 1 point. It's weird. It's a weird week. The Texans real? Also, the Steelers got to get rid of Matt Canada. They have a problem.
Yeah. Matt Canada is a real issue.
So I was listening to Stephen A. Smith, and he said that since Matt Canada has taken over, the Steelers have not had one game with 400 yards total offense.
Right.
And every other team in the league has had at least 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem.
That is a big problem.
Yeah.
And then you
That's
only
tough.
put up 6 against the Texans, dude? I mean, Kenny Pickett's not the answer, but he ain't that bad.
He's just got small hands.
Yeah.
And he's got George Pickens, so it's not like he has an excuse.
Right.
Right.
Although, credit where credit's due,
TJ Stroud?
CJ Stroud hasn't
Yeah.
thrown a pick yet.
Ah, he's got great vision.
And he's thrown for 1,212 yards.
Yeah. No, he looks good out there.
Yeah.
He looks good. I think it's another good situation because the Texans they're not a poverty organization. They're always kind of like middle of the road. And that's a good spot for like a rookie quarterback to be because they're not so bad that he has no weapons, but they're also not good enough where there's like crazy expectations.
Mm-hmm.
So
he's got a 62% completion percentage, which for a guy coming into the league is
right. And
pretty damn good.
The Texans won the fucking lottery because they have a perfect replacement for Deshaun Watson. They don't have to change anything about their system. He fits right into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's plug and play. Fucking Justin Herbert guts it out. Splint on his hand, bleeding.
Yep.
Guts it out.
Khalil Mack was a force to be reckoned
6
with.
sacks, dude. 6 sacks. I think he had a fumble, too. Fumble recovery, maybe. It was a crazy game. It was a crazy game. I gotta find this. Khalil Mack.
It's at the top.
He had 6 in one game.
Yeah. Solo
Yeah,
total 10 tackles,
Jesus.
8 solo tackles, 6 sacks, 5 tackles for loss, 1 whatever the fuck a PD pass defense, and a QB hit. 4 QB hits. So that means total he hit the quarterback 10 times.
That's wild.
No fumbles.
No fumbles. I thought he had a turnover for some reason. But I mean that's a once in a lifetime game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean some people don't get 6 sacks in a season.
Number 1. He's tied with TJ Watt and Josh Allen from Jacksonville.
Yep.
For sacks on the year.
Yeah, for one.
And he did it in just one game.
One game.
Yep.
Jesus.
I think that he's like the 5th player ever to do that.
Yeah, and Chris Berman was all over it because he fucking loves shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I did not realize that Herbie threw the ball that little.
Oh yeah.
Man, only 24 attempts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, when your fucking running backs are going 37 times.
Dude, honestly, I as the Chargers being your number 2, I'm gonna say this to you, Nico, and I mean it. They got to get rid of Brandon Staley. He's fucking bad.
I wholeheartedly agree.
He's bad. I mean, they're like winning. This is back-to-back weeks that they've won in spite of him because of a pick by the defense.
Mm-hmm.
They should have lost that game in Minnesota, and they should have lost last week too, or at least gone in overtime.
Right.
It's just crazy that the dude keeps his job.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
The Cowboys, man, I don't know, because the Pats are bad. The Pats are really bad.
And we thought their defense was like elite.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that was, though, the Cowboys' defense.
It was.
Yeah,
Yeah, there
were 2 defensive touchdowns.
Yeah. That's 14 out of the 38. So the offense scored 24 points.
Which
2 picks, 1 touchdown.
And I think a fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't know where that stat would be.
Right up there, Leighton
right
Van
there.
Der Esch.
Yeah. So, because like they didn't have overwhelming stats. 281 yards passing, 1 touchdown. 124 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. The offense didn't really do fuck all. Like they just a pretty average game, run of the mill game. I mean, Dak had an 83.2 quarterback rating. So, I mean, fucking Mac Jones is bad. Mac Jones is really bad.
Here comes Dave
Who's Dave?
Portnoy.
Oh, dude, whatever. I'll fucking tell him to his face. Mac Jones is not good. He's not good. He's
right.
He's a mid-tier quarterback on his best day, which means when he's having a bad day, he's fucking really bad. And
yeah,
I mean, I understand they don't have tons of weapons. Hunter Henry's pretty good, but outside of that, maybe Juju Smith-Schuster, but he's on the down. It's just
Kendrick Bourne.
I don't know,
I
man.
guess.
Well, no, because they got Gesicki, they got Devontae Parker. There's no excuse for that.
Right. He's got enough weapons to be successful. He's just bad.
Right.
I mean, he did only attempt 21 passes, but they averaged 2.3 yards a rush.
Yep.
Uh,
The 49ers did what they're supposed to do. Absolutely,
Yep.
just make the Cardinals irrelevant, which is why I cannot stand the fact that Cowboys fans are like, we're the best team in football, and then they lose to the Cardinals when that's what good teams are supposed to do to the Cardinals. Christian McCaffrey is he's not actually human.
No.
I mean, seeing his metamorphosis with the 49ers is wild.
And it's not like he was a slouch.
The problem
with Carolina either.
The problem is he's injury prone.
We'll see.
I mean, if he
was a true bell cow.
Stay healthy.
Yeah. He was getting almost 30 carries a game or 30 touches a game in Carolina.
Yeah.
He's not getting that. He doesn't need to do that because they have Debo. They've got, Brock Purdy's doing his best. I'm still waiting for the other shoe to drop with Brock Purdy. Like, you just don't go dead last in the draft and be good. It's just no way.
Although he was 20 of 21. That is wild.
Yeah. But I would love to see the average distance. Like, I know this is average 13.5, but I would love to see the average distance in air. Because if he's doing the Tom Brady special where he throws little, 5-yard outs, and then his receivers do the work.
His longest was 42.
Okay.
Oh, well, I guess that includes all that. He's looking for air yards per completion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's somewhere, and I'll find it.
We can figure it out.
But that's all I want to know. Is I haven't watched him besides the game against the Giants, and as we learned, the Giants are not a measuring stick. So, and the Cardinals obviously are not either. So I just don't know. I'm not saying he's bad. I just don't think that he's the fucking second coming of Jesus.
Mm-mm.
The Jets.
He's got 7.1 air yards per attempt.
Okay. So yeah, he's doing the West Coast, dump it.
Yeah, West Coast offense.
Which that's what the Shanahans do. So it makes sense. It's just like I always take quarterback stats like that with a grain of salt. Like when you're going 20 for 21, like if you can't complete the vast majority of your passes inside 7 yards, why you shouldn't be in the fucking NFL? That's for damn sure.
Right.
And especially with the West Coast offense, where it's literally like option 1 If they're not open, option 2. If they're not open, throw it away. Like,
Brock
but-
Purdy is 9th overall in completed air yards per completion. And 8th overall in yards after catch per completion.
yeah. See.
Yeah.
I know exactly what they're doing. It's all like
So-
slants and out routes, and then you have like receivers overlaying each other. So when the ball's caught, they're like able to block right away, kind of like downfield screens, basically. I know the kind of offense they're running, and like, I'm not discrediting him. I'm just saying like that should be the expectation. But the did you guys watch the Chiefs and Jets?
I didn't.
I watched some of it.
Neither of you watched the ending, right?
I saw clips of
I
it.
watched it after the fact.
Yeah, it was awful.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. I see Chiefs fans bitching all the time. They're like, "Oh, people only care about, or the refs only blow the game when the gold, red and gold win." That's because you guys get the cheapest fucking calls there ever was.
Right.
And I'm salty about this because during the AFC Championship game, Joe Mixon was literally on the green grass out of bounds. Like he was outside of the line. And he got hit by a Chiefs player. And it wasn't just a little hit, it was a full shot up near the head. Nothing was thrown. Mahomes gets pushed on the white line. And they're like, "Oh, yep, that you got to throw the flag on that." The refs, I don't even think it's just with the Chiefs, but there are teams where the refs will literally hold the flags all game until it matters most and then just chuck it nonchalant.
Right.
As you've seen, that referee didn't throw the flag until
it
the
got
interception
picked.
was
Until
made.
it got picked. Yep.
And he knew it.
And
Now, I don't know if like this is the same thing with the MLB. We talk about how players shouldn't be going off on refs and umpires and such. If a player does something wrong, they get fined.
Mm-hmm.
Fine these refs. Because this is getting a bit ridiculous. There was another play. It was the Browns. Which, don't get me wrong, screw the Browns. I don't really care about them. But they called Amari Cooper out of bounds, and he was a good 6 inches inbounds.
Right.
Fine these refs. And I understand there's a human error to it. People are going to make mistakes. And I'm not saying if it's a close call, bang, bang, whatever. But when you see egregious calls, like they let the Chiefs and the Jets play all night.
Yep.
They weren't throwing laundry on the field at all until that interception.
And
then all
then
of a sudden the flags come out.
Yeah, exactly. And then to say that touch was a hold, but then I can't think of who it was, but on Mahomes' scramble, they don't say shit about the one dude getting held for a solid 6 seconds. And you can't say that you didn't know because there's line judges right there.
Yeah.
And so they let that
annoys
go.
me. If you're going to let him play, let him play.
Right.
If you're not, then don't. But be fair. Because I'm sorry, the Chiefs shouldn't have won that game.
No, they shouldn't have.
Plain and simple.
No, they shouldn't have. It's
there's
Zach
no
Wilson
saying
outplayed
that-
Mahomes. Like,
there's not. It's the same thing with the NCAA rankings. There's no consistency.
right.
And I'll bring it back to the Super Bowl when the Bengals were in it. They called Logan Wilson on this phantom holding call, but there was plenty of other plays. Like Aaron Donald was offsides on the final play, and they let it go.
Right.
You know, Juwan Taylor, they finally caught up to him, but he was false starting all season. Not a single flag was thrown. And then they start throwing flags, and Chiefs fans are like, "Oh, well, they're picking on him. Well, what he's doing. He's false starting.
Right.
That's all there is to it. They let it go for the first 3 games. When they finally start flagging him on it, that's not them picking on him. That's actually them doing their job.
Correct.
But you see situations like this where that referee had no intention of throwing that flag until that ball was picked.
Right. He was like waiting to see how it played
And
out.
all the cameras were on him.
Yep.
You have to be consistent. What you call at the start of the game is what you call at the end of the game.
And
Because I mean, it's men's rough touch, whatever. But if I know flags aren't getting thrown on certain things I'm doing,
yeah.
I'm going to keep doing them.
Right.
And then you're going to penalize me for doing that. You can't do that.
Right.
Like, if you're not going to call it a hold for the first 3 quarters, don't call it in the fourth.
Yeah, and the same, and that goes across the board. I mean, as you know, all 3 of us being players of like probably the most official skewed sport being baseball because they call balls and strikes. Like, damn well, if you have an umpire that's calling inside strikes, you're gonna back off the plate because you're gonna have to give yourself basically like an inside area. If all of a sudden he switches to calling outside, it's gonna piss you off because now you've made your adjustment in your stance and your location where your eyes are looking for 7 innings, and then in innings 8 and 9 he starts calling off the plate, and then you're like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, what am I supposed to do here? And it's the same concept.
And even further, as a catcher,
yeah,
if I know you're calling low and inside all day, guess where every ball is going?
yeah, absolutely.
We're going to pound that spot until you don't give it to us anymore.
Yeah.
And that's, again, but in baseball, it tends to be more consistent unless you're Angel Hernandez, and then it's just whatever you feel like.
Yeah, Angel.
So
I'm glad that the MLB finally got rid of him.
dude, Trav will understand the story more than anything. The worst umpire I have ever umpired with was Cody Jones. This man called a strike on a ball that bounced. And the coach looked at me and threw his hands in the air, and I looked at him and I just go, I don't know.
I don't know if that
don't
was
know.
I don't know if that was Cody being a bad umpire or just not wanting to be there. I think he knew it was a ball. I just think he was like, I don't care.
So,
oh my god,
did
I will
any
never
of
forget
you?
it. I was like, you almost got my ass beat, dude. How do you? The coach literally came over to me because I went and talked to the home plate umpire. If I was on first, or I went and talked to first if I was at home. And he came over and he looked at me and he goes, "How is he going to call that?" And I looked at him with the straightest face ever and go, "No fucking clue." I was like, "I don't have an answer for you. I apologize. I got nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing."
But did you guys see that Angel Hernandez was legitimately rated statistically as the worst umpire in the MLB this year?
Yes.
And he didn't officiate a game until August.
Good for him. He's anything, you know what? He's anything if not consistent. No, that was all myth.
He racked up 161 blown calls.
God bless him. You know what? You just gotta know. You gotta know if you show up to the fucking yard and Angel Hernandez has the fucking pads on, it's a crapshoot.
Well, the MLB finally relieved him of his duties.
Is that true?
Yes.
I thought that was a joke.
If so, they're about 5 years late on that.
Jose
He's
said
been
8.
garbage since '95. Who?
Jose.
See,
said
I can't find anything official. There's like this weird Instagram post, multiple sources confirm Angel Hernandez, but that would be like on ESPN, and there's no ESPN, there's no Fox Sports.
Sports Illustrated.
I don't think that's true.
Sports Illustrated has it.
Sports Illustrated does?
Scroll up. Keep going. It was over the top of those. Up. Right there. Or no, never mind. That was...
Yeah, rip Angel Hernandez after he predictably like is dog shit. Like, that's all. So I don't think it's true. But anyways,
It needs to be.
Nico, we have to talk about it.
I don't want to.
We have to. We got to rip the Band-Aid off.
I'm just fed up with this fucking offensive line.
Yeah, get it out of here. Get it. You know what? The floor's yours, buddy. Get it off your chest.
Dude, I said it in the fucking group chat the other day.
Yell.
The guy is not gonna be able to fucking do anything when all he has is less than half a second before anybody is on top of him. Like, yes, I said Daniel Jones is a good quarterback, given the fact that he could do anything, but his offensive line is literally just. I would trust the New York City turnstiles to get on the fucking metro more than I trust the Giants' offensive line right now. I am so fucking fed up with this team and just trying to justify anything, especially to you, James, when it comes to whether or not Daniel Jones is a good quarterback, because the guy can't be a good quarterback if he's on his fucking back 90% of the goddamn game. And it blows my mind too. They're
Welcome
wasting
my
fucking Saquon Barkley. They
life.
are wasting away Saquon Barkley's talent because the guy can't fucking get open because the offensive line isn't creating holes. So he's been hurt the last 2 fucking years, and this is the prime of his goddamn life.
Yeah.
Shane Lemieux has
Shane
a
Lemieux does
PFF
not deserve
pass
to
blocking grade.
play a fucking snap in the NFL again.
Is he the one that got just straight up beat on the out? Is he the blindside blocker?
No,
he's the left
was
guard.
he was the left guard.
Oh,
Left
okay.
tackle, I don't know. Fucking Marcus McKeithen.
No, that's
I
right
don't
guard.
know.
That's Joshua
Joshua is Zudu.
Izuudu.
Yeah, I watched one play where Daniel
Literally
Jones dropped back, and the second
after I
he hit his
sent that
plant
rant,
foot.
after I sent that rant, I switched back to the game and watched that unfold.
Yeah.
He got 2 steps into a 4-step drop.
Yep.
And was face planted.
Yeah. He just ran past him. It didn't do a move. He didn't do a spin. He didn't bull rush.
Fucking stood there.
Yeah, he just ran past him.
And then he just stood there.
Yep.
So, let me just the pass blocking grades for the Giants offensive line.
7, 3,
Evan Neal.
-45, 10, and 1.
-45?
Give me your realistic guesses. Evan
I
Neal,
just
what would
read
you
them.
say his PFF grade was? No,
Evan
give me a
Neal's
realistic one. There's no
fucking
negatives.
17.3.
36.9. Marcus McKeithen? 22.6.
21.4.
22.6. You were close. John Michael Schmitz Jr.
I'm going to give him a little
39.
more credit. Yeah, I was going to give him a little more credit because he's still a fucking rookie.
The Joshua was
1.3.
43.4.
Horseshit. They're
And
lying.
I believe this is out of 100.
They're lying.
This is where it gets real depressing. Shane Lemieux?
2.
3.8.
He doesn't deserve
Wow.
to play in the NFL. But on another note, the Giants did just re-sign fucking Justin Pugh, who can literally play all across the offensive line minus center.
He's going to have to do
He's going to have to
all of them.
fucking figure out how to clone himself 17 times in the next 6 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a Bengals fan, I relate with you,
Do you?
but like
Have you been outscored
even
70
the
to 3 at
Bengals
home?
line isn't that bad. No,
Yeah.
no. Hold on. We pretty sure we play. Oh, we play in San Francisco. So no, we haven't.
And then
That
we
was-
go to Miami and then come back to fucking Buffalo.
When are you going to
Yeah.
Buffalo? 2 weeks?
Well,
2 weeks, yeah.
No,
Week
that's-
6.
I'd rather get Buffalo out of the way now than fucking be in Buffalo in November and December.
Yep.
That's a fucking. I'm excited because Buffalo plays in Miami week 18, and that's probably going to be for the division. That should be a good fight. I hate to tell you, Nico, but Buffalo's going to be the darling of New York. The Jets and Giants, they're irrelevant.
They don't even fucking play in New York. I
Buffalo
don't
has
care.
been the darling of New York. What are you talking about?
Dude, New York City's going through it. They're going through it, man. The Yankees, trash. The Mets, trash. Giants, trash. Jets, collapse. The fucking... I mean, I don't know. The tri-state hockey teams are good. The Islanders, the Devils, and the Rangers all made it last year. The Knicks made it. But
I'm not gonna lie to you though. This has me nervous for the hockey season because I feel like there's just a bad omen over New York right now. And I really wow. ESPN Analytics has the Bengals have a better chance of beating the 49ers than the Bills. Sorry. Just that blew my mind.
yeah. All right. Well, what did we learn today, boys? Oh no, we gotta do picks. We gotta do picks. I'm ahead of myself.
Oh, yeah, we got to
Yeah,
do
let's do
picks.
some picks.
All right, let's do them. Do them rapid fire.
Okay.
5. Ha!
Commanders.
Yeah, Commanders. James, Commanders.
Duh.
Okay, just ask.
I take Watertown High over the fucking Bears right now.
And then Nico.
Correct.
Okay, wrong one. Eagles at the Rams.
Eagles.
I'm gonna take the Eagles.
I'm gonna take the Eagles too.
Ride the Eagles until I can't anymore. All right. Jaguars at Bills. Spicy
In London.
In London. Tottenham Hotspur
London.
Stadium. Go Tottenham.
But Tottenham Hotspurs.
I'm taking the Bills.
I am too.
It's tough though. I
Give me
mean,
the Jags.
honestly, it's tough, and I'm thinking
No.
about backing. I know.
Jags.
I know. I'm thinking about backing because the Jags are staying in London, whereas the Bills have to travel to London.
Don't care.
So
Yep.
I'll think.
Not to mention, London is essentially a home game for the Jaguars.
Right. I'll think on it. Texans Falcons. I want to go Texans on that one. I think
I'm gonna go
That one's a
Texans there
toss-up
too.
for me.
Desmond Ritter's not
Because-
good.
I know, but if
You say Texans, James?
I don't know.
Yes.
Nico. This is
I'm
rapid
gonna
fire
ride
week.
the. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna ride the Falcons. The Shane Falcos.
So that's gonna put me 2 games behind.
Shut up.
Panthers at Lions. Lions.
Yep.
Looking to be.
Lions.
Panthers are really trying hard to get the Bears the number 1 and number 2 pick. Titans at Colts. Literally a pick 'em.
Give me the Colts.
Richardson's back, yeah?
Yeah.
And, dude, this is crazy. The teams are 2-2.
Colts.
It's a pick 'em game. Colts are 0-2 at home. Titans are 0-2 away.
Oh, good.
This is the classic immovable object meets or unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Colts. James, you said Colts.
Actually, you know what? Give me Titans.
Okay. Nico.
Colts.
Cool. Giants at Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Finns put up 80 this week.
Fins put up 80. Oh no! Don't do that. That's incorrect.
I mean, it's not like the Giants' secondary is fucking bad.
Saints at Patriots. Patriots giving 1.5 in this. God, that's a tough one.
I don't even know.
I don't even know. Yeah, that's fucking.
I'm taking the Patriots.
I want to go with the Pats. The Saints are not great. And Derek Carr is still hurt, so
Give me the Patriots. Against my own will.
I mean, you gun to your head.
You have free will. You
Right.
can pick one or the other.
Ravens at Steelers. Given the
Ravens
Steelers
by 40.
Yeah, I was gonna say, given the Steelers' offense, Ravens.
Ravens.
It's one of those things where, like,
against my better judgment.
in week 4, we kind of like know how things are. Bengals at the Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Dude, we should go to Arizona. Tickets are $21. That's crazy. I'm going Cincy.
Crazy.
No, they're gonna lose to alopecia and we're gonna have a fucking hard time.
Stop.
Give me the Bengals. Why am I doing this to myself? Just give me the
Alright.
fucking Bengals.
What about you?
It's hard to say because we've seen the Bengals put up 3 points in a couple weeks now.
Yeah. Caramel Mr. Clean. Get the dub.
I mean, he
No,
did beat
PJ
the
Andrew.
Cowboys.
Yeah, he did beat the Cowboys.
He did beat the Cowboys. I'm gonna take the Cards in this one.
Jets at Broncos.
LOL.
I gotta go Jets on that.
Yeah, coming off barely losing to the Chiefs. I
That
think.
has to be a boost
Honestly,
to
I
Zach
don't-
Wilson's confidence.
Yeah, more than the Broncos coming back
Yeah.
against the Bears because I think that's just the Bears being bad.
Yeah, like the Broncos should
Well, we
feel
already
worse
knew
about
the
themselves
Bears were
because they
bad.
gave up that many points to the Bears.
Yeah.
I put Jets for you, Nico. I didn't mean to. Do you want to
Yeah,
go
that's
Jets?
fine. That's fine. Yep.
All right. Chiefs at Vikings. Chiefs all day.
Yes, sir.
Although,
Give me the Vikes.
really.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say this: it's going to be another situation where Kirk D. Cousins throws for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns and loses. Because if Zach Wilson can tear up that fucking secondary, so can Kirk. Game of the week, hands down, no questions asked. Cowboys at Niners. I'm picking the Niners, but fuck.
Yeah, I don't think I have much choice there.
I think Brock Purdy's better than Dak.
I think it's one of those games where if it's who's ever home gets the win.
Yeah. Packers.
Yeah, Packers at Raiders. The Raiders are bad. Jimmy G's hurt again.
Yeah.
Back in concussion protocol there.
Is he in concussion protocol?
Yep.
Nice.
Where he lives.
Yep.
He has a permanent residency. Where he gets his mail.
Oh, so he's Tua's roommate?
Yeah. Yeah, they're best buds. Bye weeks are Browns, Chargers,
Concussion
Seahawks,
Nation.
and Bucks.
Yep.
Could you imagine having a bye week 4?
Week 5.
5?
Week 5.
Yeah, that would
Week
suck.
5.
'Cause then
Are you
you
That
have,
would
here?
be trash.
you have literally 13 weeks of straight football. Eagles bye week is smack dab in the middle of the season.
Unreal.
Basically, it's week 10.
Yeah, you can't get any
I think
closer
ours
to the
is
middle than
9.
that.
Yeah, that's where you want to be. You want to be like between 8 and 11.
I think the Giants are week 12.
Yeah, see, that's late.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did we learn?
Oh, week 7. Oh. I don't think I learned anything this week.
Wow.
No, I don't
I
think I did
learned
either.
that there's certain things that you don't want me to say to a hot mic.
I
There's a
learned-
lot of things. There's a lot of things we don't want you to say to a hot mic.
I learned that Nico
Fair.
knows his fucking baseball because he plucked out 2 fucking random pitchers and knew who the fuck they were.
Yeah, I mean, I do pay attention
Yeah.
to some sports. You called me a fucking casual last week, but
I never called you a casual baseball fan.
Well,
no, you just called me a casual sports fan.
Yeah, that's what we all are. I don't know if you know the name of the
you
fucking.
did start watching.
Well, yeah,
I know. It does say armchair quarterbacks. You know.
Right. But I do know more about certain things than others.
Oh, I learned that Travis thinks his dog is on the spectrum. I did not know that coming into tonight.
I didn't know that was even a possibility.
That's true.
Also, I learned that I am. How do I want to word this? I have already written off the Giants season after week 4 because I am tired of seeing the literal styrofoam offensive line that the Giants have put out there every week.
Little known fact, quick Google search, Pet MD. Can a dog have autism? While some of these behaviors are unique to humans, researchers have found that, in fact, ASD can occur in dogs, but it's called canine dysfunctional behavior. Researchers believe that dysfunctional behavior is an idiopathic condition, meaning that the cause is unknown. So
it's entirely possible that dogs can have autism. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. Molly,
So
the autistic mini Aussie. God bless her.
God bless her.
I'm gonna make that a T-shirt too.
you
all
have
right.
to find a good
Come this
picture
time
for
next
that.
week, boys. Come this time next week. We will have NHL to talk about.
Yep. Filipino's still hurt.
When do they?
October 10th is
When they start?
It's literally a week from today.
Yeah, like we'll be like watching the Rangers as we're doing the podcast.
No, the Rangers don't start till Thursday.
Oh yeah, you're right. They don't start till the 12th. But yeah, we'll have hockey up while
Looks
we're
like
doing
we're
the
recording
podcast.
on Thursday.
I think it's Nashville
Beautiful.
that plays first.
Yeah, I think so. But
5:30 game. It gives us enough time to watch a full hockey game.
per usual, friends, follow us on the socials at Short Fat Bald Pod. We have all changed our respective individual social medias to at SFB and then the name. I think I'm SFB Jeebs. He's what are you, James?
I'm Nico SFB.
Yeah, you're Nico SFB. James, what are you?
I think he's
Berkey
Berkey.
SFB, I believe.
Berkey SFB. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's SFB Berkey or Berkey SFB.
Cool.
I think
I'm
it's
glad
Berkey SFB.
I think it's Berkey SFB too.
It's
he-
Berkey SFB pod.
He doesn't even know his own fucking goddamn handle. Anyways, so we got that. We just put the podcast up on YouTube under the podcast category. So if you do YouTube Music, you can listen to us there. I am up to episode 6 currently uploading. I will have 7 and 8 uploaded by tomorrow, and then obviously this will drop properly. Outside of that, just keep telling your friends about us. We're growing good. We're doing good things. We're having fun. Be sure
Hopefully in a couple months here, we're gonna have a nice live feed for you. Some video.
Yeah, we're working on improvements to the pod. Always leave comments. Let us know what we can do better, what you want to hear, ideas for segments. We have low embarrassment levels. We're willing to do anything.
Malleable.
Yes, we are willing to do anything. So, with that being said, gentlemen, as always,
No
Don't say
shame
that.
here.
'Cause don't say that, because then we'll get some fucking weirdos.
All right. Well, there's a ceiling, but anyways.
And you know what? I'm even thinking this. If you comment like whatever on the episode, we'll give you a shout out at the end of it. What's it gonna hurt? You know?
Yeah. Well, we could start
Show
reading
some love back.
feedback.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, as always,
If you got
gentlemen,
any questions, we'll answer those too.
it was a pleasure,
We're here for
As
it.
always,
and I'll see
I
you
wish
next
I
week.
could say the same.
arrivederci.
Bye.
Not with nothing.
See the